Have you ever wondered what actions of yours your dog might dislike? Dogs, much like people, have their own unique set of likes and dislikes. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we might engage in activities or behaviors that our canine companions find uncomfortable or even distressing. It's not a deliberate act of unkindness, but more a result of not fully understanding what makes them tick. Understanding your dog's needs and boundaries is not just about making them happy. It's about establishing a relationship based on mutual respect and trust. It's about ensuring that they feel safe and secure around you. After all, dogs aren't just pets, they're part of the family. And like any family member, they deserve to be treated with kindness, consideration, and respect. Now, it's important to remember that each dog is an individual. They have their own personality, their own quirks, and their own way of communicating. What one dog might tolerate, another might find distressing. So, it's crucial to pay attention to your dog's body language and reactions. They might not be able to speak our language, but they're pretty good at expressing their feelings if you know what to look for. Over the course of this video, we'll be exploring the top 10 actions that dogs typically dislike. Some of them might surprise you, some might seem obvious, but all are worth keeping in mind. By understanding these, we can better communicate with our furry friends, ensuring a happier and healthier relationship for both parties involved. So whether you're a first-time dog owner or a seasoned pro, there's always something new to learn about our four-legged friends. And who knows, you might just find that understanding your dog a little better leads to an even stronger bond between the two of you. Stay tuned as we delve into the top 10 actions that dogs dislike to better understand our furry friends. First on our list is physical punishment. This is not just about causing physical pain, but the emotional trauma it can instill. Physical punishment, which may include actions like hitting, kicking, or grabbing, can induce fear and anxiety in dogs. This fear doesn't just go away when the punishment stops, but can linger, affecting how your dog interacts with you and the world around them. Moreover, physical punishment can break the trust your dog has in you. Trust is a crucial element in any relationship, including the one with your pet. When trust is broken, it can be very hard to regain, and the bond between you and your dog can be permanently damaged. Instead of resorting to physical punishment, try positive reinforcement techniques. These methods focus on rewarding good behavior, which can be much more effective in the long run. Remember, communication with your dog should never involve physical harm. Secondly, dogs are not fans of yelling. The canine world communicates in a language far removed from our human shouts and screams. Dogs interpret these loud, often aggressive noises as threatening, which can trigger feelings of stress and anxiety. Imagine if every time you made a small mistake, someone was there to yell at you. It would feel awful, wouldn't it? It's the same for dogs. When we raise our voices, dogs don't understand the words we're saying. Instead, they're picking up on the threatening tone and volume. This can make them feel insecure and fearful, which is not conducive to a healthy, trusting relationship between you and your furry friend. So next time, instead of raising your voice, try using a calm, assertive tone. Dogs respond much better to this. It's all about clear, concise communication. Remember, it's not about being the loudest in the room, but the most understood. A calm, assertive tone is the key to effective communication with your dog. Thirdly, unwanted hugging or touching can be a source of discomfort for dogs. Just like humans, dogs have personal boundaries, and it's crucial to respect them. While we may see hugging as a sign of affection, for a dog, it can feel like an invasion of their space. This might cause them to feel anxious or stressed. Understanding a dog's body language is key to respecting their boundaries. If a dog looks away, tucks their tail, or flattens their ears when you approach for a cuddle, these are signs they might not be in the mood for physical contact. In contrast, if a dog is relaxed, with a wagging tail and open body language, they're likely comfortable with your interaction. It's important to remember that every dog is different, and what one dog may enjoy, another may not. Always ensure your dog is comfortable with the level of physical interaction. Fourth on our list is inconsistent instructions or rules. Imagine being in a foreign country with no understanding of the local language, and the rules keep changing. One moment, you're being praised for something, and the next, you're being scolded for doing the exact same thing. It's confusing, right? That's how dogs feel when they receive inconsistent instructions. This inconsistency can lead to stress, as dogs thrive on predictability. They're creatures of habit, and they need clear, consistent rules to understand what's expected of them. If you're teaching your dog a command, stick to it. Don't switch words or change the rules halfway. This will only confuse your dog and make training more difficult. And remember, patience is vital. It may take time for your dog to understand and respond to your commands, but with consistency, they'll get there. Consistency is key when training and interacting with your dog. The fifth point to keep in mind is the importance of socialization. Dogs, much like humans, are inherently social creatures. Just as we thrive in the company of friends and loved ones, dogs too flourish when they interact with other dogs and people. When a dog is deprived of these essential social encounters, it can severely impede their social development. They might become anxious, stressed, or even aggressive. This deprivation can also result in a lack of understanding about how to behave around others, leading to awkward or inappropriate interactions. So, it's important to expose your furry friend to a variety of social situations from a young age. This could be as simple as regular walks in the park where they can meet other dogs or playdates with other pets in your neighborhood. Providing your dog with ample socialization opportunities is vital for their mental well-being. Sixth on our list is lack of exercise. Just like us, dogs need regular physical activity to stay healthy and happy. Exercise helps dogs maintain a healthy weight, promotes good cardiovascular health, and can even improve their mood. But it's not just about physical health. Regular exercise also plays a key role in your dog's mental well-being. Without enough exercise, dogs can become bored and frustrated. This pent-up energy can lead to a variety of behavioral issues. You might start to notice excessive barking, digging, or even destructive chewing. Some dogs might even start to show signs of anxiety or depression. Exercise can come in many forms. It could be a simple walk around the block, a game of fetch in the park, or even a fun agility course. The key is to find activities that your dog enjoys and to make them a regular part of their routine. Keeping your dog active is not just for physical health but mental health too. Seventh, ignoring your dog can cause them stress. Dogs are social animals. They thrive on interaction and engagement. When we neglect their need for attention, it can lead to feelings of anxiety and distress. Imagine being in a room full of people, all speaking a language you don't understand. You try to communicate, but no one acknowledges you. That's how a dog feels when they're ignored. Dogs use various methods to catch your attention. They might bark, whine, paw at you, or even resort to destructive behavior. These are all signs that they're feeling neglected and are trying to communicate with you. Ignoring your dog doesn't just harm them emotionally, it can also lead to behavioral issues. Dogs that don't get enough attention often develop problems like excessive barking, chewing, and even aggression. Remember, your dog needs your attention and love. They depend on you for their emotional well-being. So take the time to engage with them, play with them, or even just give them a pat on the head. They'll thank you for it. Eighth on our list is invading your dog's personal space. Just like us, dogs value their personal space. It's a sanctuary, a haven of sorts, where they can retreat, rest, and feel safe. This could be their bed, their crate, or a specific spot they've claimed as their own. Imagine someone barging into your room without knocking, or even worse, while you're sleeping. You'd feel invaded, right? That's exactly how dogs feel when we encroach on their territory uninvited. It's not about being possessive, it's about respect and trust. Invading your dog's personal space can induce stress and discomfort. It can even lead to behavioral issues. So avoid stepping into their territory unless absolutely necessary, and always do so with their permission. A comfortable, respected dog is a happy dog, and a happy dog makes for a harmonious home. Respecting your dog's space is essential for their comfort and trust. Remember that trust is a two-way street, and respecting boundaries is a key part of that equation. Ninth, forceful obedience training can be harmful to your dog. Imagine this. Your pup is trying to understand your commands, but instead of patience and kindness, they're met with force. This is the reality for dogs subjected to dominance-based obedience training. This method is founded on the outdated belief that dogs need to be shown who's boss. But here's the truth. Dogs don't perceive relationships in terms of dominance and submission. Instead, they thrive on clear communication, consistent rules, and positive reinforcement. The use of forceful obedience training can instill fear in your dog, damaging your relationship and potentially leading to problematic behaviors. Moreover, it can make your dog associate training with fear and discomfort, which is the exact opposite of what we want. Training should be an enjoyable process for both you and your dog, nurturing the bond between you. Remember, our ultimate goal is to foster trust and mutual respect. Training should be a positive experience for your dog, not a fearful one. Last but not least, improper feeding practices can negatively impact your dog. Consistency is key when it comes to feeding your furry friend. Irregular meals can lead to stress, weight issues, and even behavioral problems. Imagine if your meals arrived at unpredictable times and in varying amounts. You'd probably feel a bit anxious, right? Well, dogs are no different. Now let's talk about quality. Just as you wouldn't thrive on a diet of junk food, neither will your dog. Poor quality meals can lead to a host of health problems including obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. It's not just about filling their bowl, it's about what you're filling it with. Ensure your dog's diet is balanced and nutritious. Consult with your vet about what diet is best for your dog's breed, age, and health status. Remember, your dog's diet can significantly influence their mood and overall health. Proper nutrition is a fundamental part of your dog's well-being. In conclusion, understanding and avoiding these actions can greatly improve your relationship with your dog. Firstly, physical punishment such as hitting, kicking, or grabbing induces fear in dogs and erodes their trust in humans. Instead, opt for positive reinforcement to encourage good behavior. Remember, communication is key. Secondly, yelling or adopting an intimidating demeanor can stress out your dog and make them anxious. A calm and composed approach is more beneficial in getting your message across. Thirdly, unwanted hugging or touching, especially when a dog is showing signs of discomfort, can stress them out. Always respect your dog's boundaries and learn to understand their body language. Fourthly, inconsistent instructions and rules can confuse your dog and cause them stress. Consistency in rules and commands is essential for your dog to understand what is expected of them. Fifthly, lack of socialization hinders a dog's developmental process and can lead to anxiety and stress. Providing opportunities for your dog to interact with other dogs and humans is crucial in their upbringing. Sixthly, lack of exercise can cause stress in dogs and potentially lead to problematic behavior. Regular walks and playtime can help alleviate this stress and keep your dog healthy. Next, ignoring your dog when they're seeking attention can induce stress and anxiety. While it's important not to spoil them, it's equally important to give them the attention they need. Invading a dog's personal space, such as their bed or crate, can also stress them out. Respecting their personal space is crucial in building a trusting relationship. Forceful obedience training based on dominance can instill fear in your dog and damage your relationship. Positive reinforcement training methods are more effective and humane. Lastly, improper feeding practices, such as inconsistent feeding times or poor quality food, can impact your dog's health and stress levels. By respecting your dog's needs and boundaries, fostering consistent rules, providing appropriate socialization and exercise, and offering loving care, you can build a stronger bond with your dog. This way, you'll foster a loving and trusting relationship with your furry friend.